So the kids are tucked in, the dog is walked, the kitchen clean, and the husband is on a business trip. Which means I am flying solo tonight. And I was looking for a fun game to play. And this one, Onirim, this one popped up a lot on a lot of solo game lists. And I believe it was a mere $6 or $7. And it came with, I believe, 3 expansions, alternate rules, other ways to play it. And I thought, well, let's give it a shot. But I could not find any playthrough of this online, just a video of anybody playing it. And I like to see how a game plays. It sort of helps me decide if it's my cup of tea or not. And I love watching game playthroughs, so I thought, it doesn't look that hard. I've got some time on my hands. Let's give it a shot, shall we? So this is not a teaching video. It's not really even a review video. It's just me at home playing a solo game. And I'll explain a little bit how the game works. I enjoy it, and it's a quick little game. And maybe if you see it played, you might be persuaded to pick up a copy yourself. So it comes with merely a deck of cards. That's the whole game. No dice, no tokens, just you versus the deck. So let me show you some of the cards that are in this dream game. So the theme of this game is that you are trapped in a dream world and you're trying to escape. And in order to escape this world, you must locate 8 doors. There's 2 of each color, 2 green, 2 orange, 2 blue, and 2 red. And if you can find these doors before you run through your deck, you will awaken from your dream. If you don't, well then I guess you're lost in the labyrinth. And these doors, there's a red door, the blue door, they're color-coded. The red room is the observatory. And the red cards, they will all have the same red observatory background. The only thing that differs is the symbols. So you have red cards that have moons, red cards that have keys, and red cards that have suns, all right? Same with the blue, which is a aquarium room, labyrinth. You have the library labyrinth and the garden labyrinth, okay? Very simple. 3 symbols, 4 colors, 8 doors. Now, the sun and the moon are your most basic symbol, and all you can do is play them as path cards leading you to the door. The key, however, has many different powers. So when that pops up, we'll get some choices as far as how we want to play our keys. And the problem with most dreams, of course, are monsters. There are 10 nightmare cards lurking in your deck. And with these little monsters appear in our dreams, we will have to make some decisions on how to proceed. All right? So you're trying to find these doors before you run out of cards. Okay? So let's set up for a quick game and see if we can make our way through the dream labyrinth. So, we have our deck of cards, and I like to use the box lid. There's one sort of important point to this game that I missed the first time I played through, and it definitely broke the game. You must keep in mind that there are 2 different piles that cards can go into. The first is the discard pile. When a card is discarded, it's lost from play forever. And remember, we're trying to find all the doors before we extinguish our deck. So when we throw a card into the discard pile, time is passing in our dream. Okay? It's out of play forever. There's also another pile, though, and it's called the limbo pile, all right? And these are cards that are not discarded from play. These are cards, I'll put them over here, that are they're in limbo. They're not out of the dream, and they will get reshuffled into it A great example of a limbo card is one of those doors, all right? If we pull a door and for whatever reason we can't play it, do not discard it from the game or you will never win the game. Put it in the limbo pile and then we'll reshuffle it back in and have another chance to discover it, all right? So there's a discard pile and there's a limbo pile. And to start the game, you give yourself 5 cards. And the only rule for your opening hand is that you cannot have any doors or nightmares. So if I was to have drawn an orange library door, it would go in the limbo pile and I would draw another card. And when my hand was at 5, I would shuffle the limbo pile back into my discard pile. All right, that'll give me a chance to get to that door. And you also are not allowed to start with a nightmare in your hand, I think, because that's just mean. Let's have a chance of winning. So if you get a nightmare right off, put it in the limbo pile, keep drawing till you get to 5, and then reshuffle and go. So once we have our hand of 5 cards, we get to decide what door do we want to head for. All right. So I've got 2 blues, red, and an orange. Okay. And I've been lucky. I've drawn a bunch of keys. So I'm going to show you right off the bat one of the powers the keys can have. All right. So let's start heading toward the orange door. There's 2 ways to capture a door. The first is if you draw a card, that's a door. If I was to draw an orange door, I could play the key and open it right away. So I like to hold these in my hand as long as possible. The second way, the only other way, to find a door is to play 3 cards of the same color with no repeating symbols. All right? So I could play these in a row, but I could not play these. Even though the color has changed, the symbols dominate. So I'm going to try and aim for 3 orange in a row. I only have 2 right now, but I'm feeling kind of lucky. So let's see if we can pull a 3rd. So I'm going to start in the library labyrinth. You play 1 card and 1 card only, and then you draw. Okay. So at this point, we could play our key. That would get us 2 colors in, and we could hope again to get lucky and pull the last symbol we need. But the keys, remember, have another power. And one of these powers is called prophecy. And I'm going to prophesize here. I have to pay for my prophecy, however. And this key is discarded from play. But I get to look at the next 5 cards. I must discard 1, but I get to order the remaining 4 any way I want. All right? 1, blue door. Oh, a red door. 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. Wow. Huh. What are the odds of that? Rule number 1, of course, we cannot discard a card. That's a door. Okay? So we're going to have to discard from play a green or a blue. Doesn't help me very much, does it? I think I'm going to get rid of my blue. Now I'm allowed to order these in any way I want. Well, I happen to be sitting on a blue key, so I'm thinking, let's make sure that blue door comes up nice and quick, shall we? All right. The rest of these, not so jazzed on any of them, so we'll just let them fall where they will. Four cards, because I prophesied. I can now draw 1, the blue door. So let's pay our blue key. Into the discard it goes, but we won our first door. All right. Put that down there. Hooray. Now, I'm only down to 3 cards, and I have to get back up to 5, so I'm going to pull a red door, but I can't keep it in my hand because I don't have any red keys. All right. Not going to discard it. I'm going to limbo it. No surprise. Second red door. Ah, what I wouldn't give for a red key. Limbo it. We know that's a green. Now we get to draw one more to get us up to 5, and that was the end of our prophecy. So I have another blue key. I could burn it and look ahead on the deck, but I still need to get another blue door. Let's risk it. Ah, fabulous. All right, I'm up to 5 cards. At this point, the limbo cards go back into our dream pile, all right? Only when you have 5 cards do you reshuffle. There's a lot of shuffling in this game. One way to make my life easier is I like to seed them a little bit. And that way, cards don't take quite as hard of a beating. Oops. Ah, bummer. Shuffle gods are not happy with me tonight. All right. Let's keep going. So we started exploring our orange door. Our hand, however, is not agreeing with us. Now remember, we have to change symbols, so I cannot play another sun. So that means I can't start exploring the observatory, but I do have a green garden. So let's give up on the library for now and head to the gardens. Different symbols. We're good to go. Oh. No red key. We're gonna have to limbo it. Oh. No orange key. Another limbo. Blue card. Now we're back up to 5. Those limbo cards have to go back into our dream pile. Alright, so we're progressing through the garden. Remember, we need 3 to unlock a door. I got 2. Let's hope for a green card. Ah, fabulous, we did it. Even better, we changed symbols, which is exactly what we needed. I have 3 cards in a row, same color, no repeating symbols. I get myself a green door. And for this part, you simply look through the deck until you find that green door. Ah, here we are. 1 garden. And again, more shuffling. A lot of nightmares in there waiting for me. I have a feeling they're going to be appearing rather soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, we're looking at a lot of keys here. We're missing 1 symbol from blue. 1 symbol from red. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to use my orange key because we don't have any orange doors yet. We do already have a blue door. Let's burn it. Let's peek ahead. All right. So that's what's coming. Got to get rid of 1 of them, remember. The rest we get to keep. Oh, I would love to keep that red to make my 3 what I need. Problem is, they're all suns, so I can't play them. The blues, however, the blues would give me 3 in a row. Let's do that. I'm not really worried about the order of these 3 cards, okay? The reason is, when I play my 3rd blue card, I'm going to get to look through that deck, right, to find my door, and then I'm going to have to shuffle. So these cards that are behind my blues, I'm never going to get to, okay? If I had something good in here, if I had a key, I might seed it before my blue cards. But anything that's coming after a found door is going to get all mixed up anyway. I think that was a key well spent, don't you? Dropped 5. Oh, didn't think ahead. I have a moon, darn it. Should have. And I don't have a change card in my hand. Well, we'll have to start with a red, shall we? Now we've changed symbol. Moon to a sun. Legit. Another red card. Moon to a sun. Still good. Last card we prophesied. And as you see, we made it. The last blue door. So this means all blue cards left in our dream deck are going to be powerless for us. So if we ever have to discard something, we're picking blue. There it is. All right, we've made our way out of the aquarium. Nicely done. Still have a lot of cards left. Still haven't hit a single nightmare. Ooh, when they come, it's going to be ugly. All right, let's get up to 5. Ah, beautiful. Now, this is when things get difficult, because I know a nightmare's coming. I have a beautiful plan here, but it's going to take me 3 turns to get through it. Well, we can but try. Ah, nightmare. All right. So, what happens when you draw one of these ugly people? Well, you have a couple of choices. The first thing you can do is take one of your hard-earned doors, put it back in your dream pile. You have to find it again. Not the best of choices. The second thing you can do is burn a key. You have to discard both of these cards, but the nightmare will end. But it's a key. Your other choice is to discard your entire hand. Remember, we're pacing ourselves against our dream deck. Getting rid of 5 cards, that's kind of a stiff penalty, especially if you have a key in your hand. So that's not a very good choice. The last option you have is to get rid of the next unseen 5 cards. That works great if you love in your hand and you don't have a handy key around. You can burn through the ones that are coming. In our case, we're going to use our key. Goodbye, key. And now we have to draw back up to 5. This is when it gets deadly, because if we pull another nightmare, we're pretty defenseless. Ooh, no key. Limbo it is. Gotta risk another one. Ah, no key. Limbo again. Trap nightmare. Ah. Okay, so here's our problem. I really want to hold on to these red cards, because it's going to get me my red door. But I don't have a key to burn. Don't want to toss back one of my doors I've already found. And if I go through the next 5 cards, why, that could be full of keys. Now, let's find out. I'm going to burn the next 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a little lucky there, remember. Can't discard nightmares and doors, so these are going to go back into the limbo pile. So instead of 5 cards lost, we've only lost 3. None of them are keys. Ha! Finally, a wise choice. Those are gone, and with it, our nightmare. We do still, however, have to draw up to 5 cards. Wow, a blue key. Fabulous. We don't need it for the door. We can use it for prophecies. We can use it for burning nightmares. That's what I was hoping for. But since we're up to 5 cards, we need to take care of our limbo deck before we go any farther. We got quite a few over here this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, just a real quick shuffle. These cards take a lot of wear and tear. I haven't had this game very long. Already, though, I'm feeling it. I suppose I could sleeve them, but with all the shuffling you do, I'm not sure about that. All right, back up to 5 cards. What was our game plan? Right. Red. We're trying to tackle this observatory. We ended on a sun, so next up, our moon. Ah, no nightmares. Ah. Well, that's what the blue card was for, right? We planned for this. We have no plan for more nightmares at this point. Please be kind. Ah. This is rough. I really wanted that last red card to complete my door. We're moving through the deck, though. I have no keys to burn. Who knows what the next 5 cards are? There could be a red card in there I could use. I think I'm going to get rid of these for a couple of reasons. First, it's only 3 cards. It's not 5. Second, I don't have any keys. Just gotta take it. Let's just do it. It's just a game. Okay. We need a red card that's not a moon. Now when you re-deal your hand fresh, when you're totally out, it's just like the start of the game. So if I pull a nightmare or a door, we're going to limbo it and keep drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so glad I didn't burn that. 5. Fabulous. That was definitely worth it. We got our last red symbol that we needed. And, more importantly, the key. So let's finish this off, shall we? We have 3 reds with no, yes, duplicated symbols. Let's find us a red door. Yes. All right. Well, we're halfway there. We're also probably halfway through our deck. So while we're not doing poorly, could be tight. Down to 4, however, so let's get that last card. All right. Now we have a decision to make. So one of the rules is I can't add another card here and call that a 3. It has to be a legitimate 3. So 4 in a row doesn't give us anything. It'll start me toward my next 3. And I do have 2 colors. One of them is that powerful key. I don't know if I want to commit it. I would love to go for the library. Problem is, I'm back to back on suns, so that's not going to happen. And blue, well, I've already got 2 blue doors, so this one really is just clogging up my hand. So let's discard it. That's another choice we can make. Don't need it. Hopefully we'll get something better. Oh, hello, green key. All right. I know how I'm going to use this. I'm going to prophecy. If I can get my hands on another red card or some good library cards, and also see if there's any more of those horrid nightmare comings, I think I'm going to be in a good place. So let's burn our green key and see what's coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha ha ha, didn't that work well? Because guess what? We have to discard a card. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, this nightmare's gone. Now, let's order these. Man, I don't have that fabulous library key. 2 greens. I was really hoping for a red. Kind of no luck there. I mean, I guess I got rid of the nightmare, but kind of got nowhere to go. Right. Okay. Well, what should we do? Guess we could turn to green, though I don't have any orange doors yet. So I kind of want to hold on to these if possible. All right. I guess we'll just have to work our way through it. Let's put this one on top. Because remember, if I play one of these and I'm not able to capture it, I get a reshuffle. Since this doesn't look very helpful, maybe a reshuffle is the way to go. Draw my card. Ooh, look, a door. Hello, Limbo. Draw my next card. Blue. I know that's not helpful. Green. Let's hold on to that one and do our limbo. All right, I'm seeing lots of nightmares flick by. See how this ends. So that sort of decided it for me, didn't it? I ended on a sun. So all of those are out of circulation. Could try prophesying again. Well, why not? That's a lot of keys. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, success. All right, we have to get rid of one of these cards. Totally unnecessary at this point. That was easy. Now, let's order these. I want to make sure I get that key card, and I definitely want those suns. So let's put them in that order. Oh, except see, live and learn. I ended on a sun, which means I'm not going to be able to begin on a sun. So I'm going to have to get a change in between, and all I have are suns. Ah. I'm going to have to use the key card for its symbol. All right. There we go. Okay. 1 red. 2 reds. I can't play that sun. Gonna have to be the key. 3 reds. But that works. It gets me my door. It isn't the most elegant way to do it, but any way out of a dream is good by me. There we go. So that means red cards are also ineffective. Library orange cards, however, whew, we're going to have to remember to hold on to those. We don't want to discard them for love or money at this point. Oh, it's a lot of nightmares. Oh, we're in trouble, we're in trouble. Okay. Really need another symbol here. Ah, red. It's no good. I am going to start playing on this, though. I've got a key. It's not a sun, for once. So why not take advantage of it? Get that one out of my hand. And hope. Ah. Not for that. Right. No keys. It's close to the end of the game. I really don't want to be getting rid of my hard-fought for doors. Do I ditch the hand or the next 5 cards? I think I'm going to go for the next 5 cards. Well, that's tough. I really need that card. There's no keys in here. Don't want to throw away a key. All right, let's do the hand. Goodbye, hand. There's always a point in the game when you think, this is actually going to decide the fate of what's happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, let's do the easy stuff first. Into limbo. Gotta get rid of somebody. Clearly. Red card. Order these any way I want, huh? Doesn't seem to really matter. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't prophecy, did I? Just kidding, I was drawing up to 5. Maybe my subconscious was telling me something. Right. This was the 5 cards I drew. Can't have this in your starting or redraw hand. Into limbo it goes. Let's pull another one. 3 moons. How completely unhelpful could you be? Fabulous. Now I really want a nightmare to get rid of this. All right, so let's take care of our limbo pile. Maybe that wasn't the best of choice. Not a lot of cards left to shuffle here. Oh dear. Well, plot on, shall we? Sun to a moon. Be kind. Easy choice. I'm getting rid of this. There's nothing here to play with. But that's a lot of cards gone. Let's try back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Alright, so I needed pretty much any symbol except for a moon. Blue and red cards are completely useless at this point of the game. So the only thing worth playing with are green and brown. Couldn't use that green key to prophecy. Still looking for a green door though. Maybe I'll discard some of these and hope there isn't a nightmare sitting on the top of this deck. Yeah, what are the odds, right? Ah, wow. Maybe you shouldn't play games based on hope. Maybe strategy would be a better choice. Alright, not the end of the world. We got a couple of choices. I can kill it with my green key. I can get rid of all my cards, but why do that if I have a green key? I could burn the next 5. As much as I don't want to do it, I think we're going to go this way. A useless red. Ah, fabulous. Finally, some love from my dream deck. Alright, ended on a moon. Let's do the sun. Capture our first library card. Alright, 2 more doors. Whew, pathetically small dream deck. I think that's one of the fun things about this game. Every game I've ever played, it's come right down to the wire. It's usually within the last 2 or 3 cards that you find out if you're going to win. Either that or I need a better strategy. Ah, that would be nice if I had a key. Goodbye, orange door. Let's take care of our limbo pile. Alright. So at this point of the game, gotta be kind of conservative. I'm gonna hold on to that one for just a little bit. I got tons of red and blue that are just clogging up my hand, so let's discard for this turn. No monsters. Ah. Seriously, more blue? Ah. Alright. I hate to throw that one away, but well, really can't afford to do anything else. It's not looking good for the good guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, got a little bit of luck. Okay, we might pull this out yet. That's right. An orange key. If we can pull that orange door, buy it with the orange key right off the bat, we'd be golden. Even better, 2 of my 3 cards toward the green door. Fabulous. So here's the problem. If I play the moon and I end up pulling, let's say, another green sun, I've pretty much shot myself in the foot. But if I hold them in my hands and pull a nightmare, well, that would be a nightmare. However, with so few cards left, I'm thinking, let's burn our red key that we don't need in prophecy. So this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've guaranteed myself the orange door. It's going to come down to this green door. If I can get enough symbols without getting clogged up with nightmares, I might pull this out. Ooh, great. Let's discard a card. Now I gotta think this through a little bit. I want to make sure I get the key before I get the door, It's one mistake you really don't want to make. Get the key first, then I'll get the door. Get the orange door, which I've got the key for, and I win. Awesome. Suppose you could stop here, but why do that? Let's play through to victory, right? The green key. Just what I needed. A green door. Wow, it finally happened. I went this whole game, I think. Did I manage to capture a door with a key? Don't remember. 2 greens. And finally, the library door appears when we happen to have ourselves a key. Two cards left in the dream deck. That was tight. But I think that's what makes the game fun. You don't really know till right at the very end if you've played it right or if you've jammed yourself up somewhere along the line. So that's a quick run through of Onirim? Onirim? Oniri? However you say it. The Dream Labyrinth game. I think maybe next I'll try one of the expansions. See what that adds to it. Alright, that's it for my solo flight tonight. See y'all later.